Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college.
Coming up tonight on the news at 7. New safety measures coming soon to Auburn's late-night transit service. What that means for you. Plus, the nation's attention turns to Alabama ahead of tomorrow's Senate runoff, what the president had to say. This and more tonight at 7 on Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 7. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Nia Humphrey.
The Tiger Transit rape scandal continues to plague campus this week. The university announced late Friday afternoon plans to improve the safety of the night shuttle service after a student was raped last weekend. Eagle Eye's Ellie Falconer has more on the newsroom. Go ahead, Ellie.
Yes, that's right. First Transit, the contractor that the university uses for Tiger Transit, will continue to run the system. But they are implementing a new program that includes placing security personnel on each bus. Every First Transit employee in Auburn will be trained in the university's Green Dot Bystander Intervention Program by the end of October. Also, a trained employee will monitor the real-time camera systems during the late-night transits in order to report any dangerous or suspicious activity. Additionally, students will now be able to communicate to the university about their trip and their driver.
Thanks, Ellie. First Transit also operates buses at the University of Alabama, the University of Tennessee, and Louisiana State University. It has not yet been stated if these same measures will be implemented at those schools.
Opelika police are investigating a Friday night robbery on South 4th Street near Avenue E in Opelika. The victim was walking when the suspect approached him from behind, pulled a knife, and demanded money. The suspect then fled the scene on foot with some of the victim's personal property. The suspect is described as a bearded black male in his mid-20s, about 5'9" tall and weighing about 180 pounds.
Tuesday is the primary day for the state of Alabama. Incumbent Senator Luther Strange and former Judge Roy Moore will face off for the Alabama Republican Senate primary runoff. The latest polls have Moore up by 8 points, while Strange has had continuous support from President Trump. Trump called into Alabama radio show Rick and Bubba to voice his support for Strange.
Well, I think that Luther will be absolutely fantastic in terms of agenda. He wants the wall. He's very, very tough on crime. Remember this, that if Luther didn't run, if he would have, in other words, if he weren't appointed, let's say he was, Attorney General and he stayed Attorney General, et cetera, and then he ran, nobody would even run against him. He would have been, but because he was appointed by a little bit of a controversial guy, I guess, as I understand it, now it makes the race tough. If he would have done nothing and just run now against, and it might be that Roy Moore, as you say, because I don't know Roy Moore at all.
Right.
And I think it's perhaps indicative when somebody doesn't even know his name. That's not a good sign.
The winner of this runoff will still face Democrat Doug Jones in the general election in December. Polls close at 8 p.m. on Tuesday.
Auburn University is seeing an increase in both student enrollment and restaurant wait times as the new semester begins. And later this fall,
one of the biggest student concerns that we get is, lines, and how do we get as many people through them as quickly as possible.
As Auburn University welcomes its second largest freshman class to date, students are noticing an impact on their favorite restaurants.
Panda is really long. Chick-fil-A is really long. Everything else is normal. Chicken salad, chicken get kind of long. It can go back to the door.
Tiger Dining, however, is no stranger to the influx of wait times, working to combat this issue in various ways.
We definitely see, the difference between 4,600 and 4,800, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like that there's been some steps taken to make lines faster.
And students will agree that despite their appearance, most lines do not take very long to get through.
I've been to Chick-fil-A and other places, but it actually goes by really fast and faster than I think.
But the work never stops for Tiger Dining, as they're always looking to improve the current conditions.
I'm looking at sales numbers not because it's a revenue thing for us, but because it tells me where students are going and where they're not. And so we want to make sure that everything is pulling some of that weight. And so if the lines spread well, it's not so bad.
Even when they do wrap around a little bit, it's still they still move super quickly. So I'm never in line for longer than 5 minutes.
In Auburn, Charles C. Necrelli.
And later this fall, students will be able to monitor line lengths through live stream cameras in partnership with Eagle Eye TV.
After the break, football hit the road to open SEC play. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 7.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
Football and volleyball open SEC play and soccer is back on the pitch. I'm Erin Wise with sports. Auburn knew they had to improve offensively if they wanted to compete in the SEC. With Kerryon Johnson back, the Tigers hit the road to Mizzou to open SEC play, and they made a statement. Auburn's first drive of the game, Johnson gets the ball, finds the hole and walks in for the 1-yard score. In the second quarter, Stidham drops back and throws a 46-yard pass to a wide-open Will Hastings. The Tigers would score and go up 21-0. Mizzou looking to answer, but Jeff Holland says no and takes down Locke, and the ball is out. The play looks to be over, but Marlon Davidson realizes it's not, picks up the ball and takes off, setting up another Auburn score. In the third, Stidham drops back and launches a 57-yard bomb to Nate Craig Myers, who takes it for the score. Auburn dominates Mizzou in a highlight reel game, winning 51-14. Volleyball also begins their SEC play. Auburn hit the road to face Ole Miss and then traveled to UGA. The Tigers looked to bounce back after a loss to FSU, and they did, defeating Ole Miss 3-1 on Friday. Then on Sunday, Auburn looked to extend their win streak, doing just that, sweeping the Bulldogs 3-0. The Tigers are now 2-0 in SEC play. Coming off of a 1-1 draw against SEC rival Tennessee, Auburn travels back home. The Tigers welcome the Kentucky Wildcats to the Plains on Sunday with hopes for their 4th win at Auburn. Auburn up 1-0 early. Kristen Dodson goes on a breakaway and shoots one past the goals to give the Tigers the 2-0 lead. Before the end of the first half, Dodson once again dribbles down the field and punches in a goal, and the Tigers lead 3-0. The score would stand. Auburn wins 3-0. The Tigers were able to shut out Kentucky in the first half, scoring all 3 goals in the first half.
Anytime you can put away an SEC team in the first half with 3 goals and limit them to 1 goal on 1 shot on goal, it's a really great performance.
Sarko will now travel to Mississippi State in the search of their 3rd SEC win. To stay up to date on all your Auburn sports, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports. We'll be right back with your weather update.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Hey guys, I'm Kara Rhodes, and let's take a look at this week's weather. So we're starting off the week, we've got temperatures at 71 degrees, and we'll slowly move our way up into 84 degrees, but then by the end of the night, we'll see 82 degrees. So it's going to get warmer, but at the same time, we're going to get cooler, so definitely bring a light jacket as the night goes on. If you see our weekly outlook, we're starting off the morning, or off Tuesday at 88 degrees and a low of 66. And as you see, the lows are actually getting a lot lower. We're going from 66 degrees, and by the end of the week, we're at 60 degrees on Saturday for our lows. So definitely, again, bring a jacket because it's getting cooler. It is fall. So from there, we've got a national look. And so right here at home, it's 88 degrees. And from there, if you look over here, we've got 63 degrees in Salt Lake City, and down there in Houston, they're seeing some rain at 89 degrees. And finally, back home, we have a look at our neighbors, both at Columbus and Montgomery. So Columbus is 90 degrees, Montgomery is 91 degrees, and right here at home in Auburn, it's 88 degrees. So we are seeing some warmer weathers, but at the same time, it's fall, and we're merging into those cooler weathers. So my name's Kara Rhodes, and thanks so much. We'll be right back after the break.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
A prayer band at Lee County schools has students and the community finding creative ways to pray. At Smith Station High School, students held a pregame prayer line for anyone that wanted to participate. It was not broadcast over the public address system. And Green's Propane Gas, a local business, announced plans to sponsor Smith Station new football scoreboard and put the Lord's Prayer on the advertising space. A GoFundMe campaign already raised nearly $5,000 necessary for the project. High schools in the district including Beauregard High School, Smith Station High School, and Lochapoka High School. Lee County Schools has not commented on the district-wide ban.
The United States and North Korea are at war, according to Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho, following a Saturday night tweet from Donald Trump. Trump tweeted, "Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes throughout thoughts of the little rocket man, they won't be around much longer." Following the tweet, Ri said that North Korea has every right to make all self-defensive countermeasures. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said that the idea that the United States is at war with North Korea is, quote, absurd.
Has there been a professor that impacted your academic life here at Auburn? Eagle Eye's Brooks Childress has more on the nominations for the upcoming Undergraduate Teaching Awards.
As college students, we are very familiar with Rate My Professor and the negative reviews, but how can we tell instructors that they have a positive impact on our lives? The Auburn Alumni Association has opened nominations for their annual Undergraduate Teaching Excellence Awards that honor 3 teachers who are exceptional in their teaching quality. Without these teachers, our classrooms would go from looking like this to this. Former winner, lecturer Rick Smith, talks about his reaction to winning the award.
The way that I learned of the award is I was told that I had been nominated by a former student and had been selected to receive the award, which was just an amazing honor.
It's one of the more prestigious awards Auburn professors can win.
Well, for me, the importance is that it's wonderfully encouraging to know that what you do matters and what you do has an impact on someone to the degree that they want to say thank you in a way, that it's something that they carried with them out of the classroom, because not just the knowledge from the classroom is as important as that is, but also the relationship that is developed.
So if you know a professor that deserves this award, go nominate them. They may not just have touched your lives, you may have touched theirs. I'm Brooks Childress, Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
The nominations are open until this Friday, September 29th.
Imagine coming from across the world to study at Auburn and not knowing anybody. Morgan Gaston is advocating for international students, and she won't let their presence go unnoticed.
Last weekend at the Auburn versus Mercer football game, Auburn crowned its new Miss Homecoming, Morgan Gaston. We spoke with Morgan, and she told us about her platform.
So what my platform is, it is basically inclusion for international students. First off, we wanted to draw attention and awareness to the fact that Auburn has all the tools, all the programs and events to include international students and get them involved with domestic students. Second, we want to create an administrative international liaison position in all of the on-campus organizations that exist currently. That person would be someone who would bring international students to events, meetings, and really make them feel like they're more involved on campus as a whole.
There are a number of student organizations which aim to connect domestic students with international students.
International Student Organization is huge. It's so fun to go to. They have meetings every Friday, and it's called Social Hour, and you really just get to interact with people from different countries, and it's really fun.
Morgan encourages students to meet and make friends with international students.
I would just really encourage everybody to get out there, meet somebody that's not like you, and a lot of times all it takes is just a simple hello on the concourse, or honestly walking up to somebody and having lunch with them, even if you literally don't know them. It's a really easy way to make a cool new friend.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, Julia Murphy. You can stay up to date with Morgan's platform by visiting her Facebook page, Go Global, Go Gaston.
Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
And before we go, we want to send a big congratulations to two of our media partners, the Auburn Plainsmen and the Auburn Circle, for being nominated for awards in their field, the prestigious Peacemaker Award by the Associated Collegiate Press. That's really awesome that they've gotten so far.
I know, they had to work hard to get that done. If you would like to join the conversation, please use the hashtag EagleEyeTV on Instagram and Twitter. That's all we have for you tonight. Tune in for the show for a live look at the SGA Senate meeting. Check our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, for all the latest Auburn news throughout the week, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EagleEyeTV. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Nia Humphrey. Thanks for joining us in War Eagle.
Morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.